All right, this segment I'm going to talk about grow tubes. Grow tubes are simply a shelter that you put over a tree for once it starts growing. It protects it from many different things. It has many purposes. It probably makes your success of growth go from maybe having, if you plant 100 trees, maybe 10 living, to probably getting 80 or 90 to live. Simply all it is a tube, a plastic tube with vents on it that go, and you put a stake in the ground. I label all mine. This is a tree that Marque planted. I call it the Marque George tree. It was planted in October of 2016, and it's a tulip tree. And we planted this in October when the trees were dormant. Dormant means they are not awake, so a good time to plant trees. We put it in the ground and planted it. Then I simply just slide the tree tube on, and deer cannot chew on the branches when they come out. It does many other things though. One thing you have to do is keep weeds down around the tree. In the ground, the rain and minerals and vitamins and all the nutrients that a tree needs, sometimes if there's lots of grass, if all this grass was growing around it, I need to spray around this tree a little bit for some of the vegetation. But if it had a bunch of grass around it, then the tree would be competing with the grass, trying to get the rain that the tree needs. The grass would be stealing all that rain and all that nutrients, the nutrients that the tree needs. So you keep it killed with a spray that you spray around there and kill it real good, and then the tree gets everything. The tree gets all the sunlight, the tree gets all the water, the tree gets all the minerals, all the vitamins. If you fertilize it, it gets it all. And the grow tube also helps it to grow nice and straight and tall, and it's clear like this. You couldn't put a black pipe on there because it would cook it. It would just fry it. This actually helps it grow about double as fast because it's always trying to reach up to the light at the end of the tube, so it grows, and all of its energy works at growing up, where if there was no tube on it, it would start branching out sooner, and it would put more energy into growing sideways than it would up. And a nice straight tree with a big tall trunk is really the goal that you want. Now, this tree we planted in October. I have no idea if it's alive still or not, and I go around and check my trees to see if they're alive before they start leafing out. So you look at this tree and it looks like a stick. It looks just like it did when Marque and I planted it. Now, if you look a little closer and I want to know if it's alive or not, I can look at it and I can see that there's a bud on it. Okay, so I know it's alive by looking at it. But the best way to tell if a plant is alive that you're planting is the fingernail test. If I take my fingernail and scratch it, if it's green, it's alive. Okay? Hopefully you can see that. If you go into the woods in December, even when everything is frozen and dormant, not awake, okay, no leaves, and it looks like it's broken or dead, you can take it and scratch it, and if it's green, it's still alive, okay? If I would go around and scratch one that's brown right now and try to bend it and it just breaks, I know it's dead and I don't need to mess with it. But Marque tree is alive and thriving. It's a tulip tree. It'll grow very fast. It'll be a giant shade tree here. This tree will grow so fast that I'd say by the time Marque graduates high school, this tree will probably be 40 feet tall. Okay, that's like 4 basketball goals stacked on top of each other. It'll be a very, very large tree. Over here is my orchard where I got apples growing, and pears and crab apples. Okay, I can show you a video on that later, but I'm trying to keep it to about 3 minutes each video, and I'm running out of time. So that's it. See ya!